Hello, this is Steve, aka Peabody, and I will be heading out on March 6th from Springer Mountain. So I thought I would do the proverbial what's in my backpack to show kind of what I'm carrying to start off with. Obviously, this will get pared down a little bit after the weather changes and some things get moved around. But to start with, here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be wearing a pair of convertibles. Base layer is a pair of Under Armours and a Columbia Performance hunting top. And then I'm carrying two of these Russell shirts. This old cowboy sweats a lot, so I need to change them out during the day. Otherwise, I get pretty wet by the end of the day. And then I will be wearing two pairs of the Darn Toughs that I'll be switching out between, and then I'll be wearing the New Balance 481s. I bought 4 pair and have already broken them all in, so they'll be ready to go. One of the reasons I use the New Balance is because of my foot size. When you're looking for 13 4Es, it's a little tough sometimes to find the correct size shoes, and I've worn New Balance for years and have had no problems. I also will be carrying my Good Feet inserts inside of them, along with a better pair of gels on top. And then on my pack, I guess we'll just go through it and see and kind of show you what's in it. Obviously, I'll be using the Flash graphites to walk with. I really like those. I've had those pairs for about 2 years and have had no problems with them. I did switch out my pack last year and went to the Exos 58. I've got it, finally got it, I think, adjusted to where I feel like it's fitting me right. This is a large size. So anyway, basically on the outside I'm going to carry a hanky, and then I've got a deal for my water bottle and my Perel and a whistle. So right now it weighs in at 22.8 pounds, which I think is pretty good, especially since most of the stuff that I have to carry is large sized. Okay, let me get rid of this, and then we'll start going through it. So anyway, the brain on it is, what I carry in it is, let me put the stick, obviously I'm using my GoPro on my stick, so you'll have to give me a little bit of grief about my camera skills. So in the brain I carry my potty kit with my deuce and my filtration system, which is basically my Sawyer, my large Sawyer with the bags and filter and everything to clean it with afterwards. And then on the inside, this is my food bag. I have dehydrated a lot of my foods already. Because of the fact that I have a medical condition, I have to have things shipped to me about every 2 weeks as far as drugs and insulin goes. So I'll be able to have a little bit more in the way of dehydrated foods that I can carry with me. A lot cheaper than going and getting the mountain houses all the time and whatnot. So let's see. First thing in here is my electronics bag. And I think what we'll do is we'll take it over here and we'll put it out on the table so you can see what's in it. The other thing, I will be carrying this Tyvek wallet with me. So in my electronics bag, I am carrying my pocket juice, and that is rated at 12,000 milliamps. I carry in 2 different charge cables. So this one is just a regular lightning, and then this one has both ends on it so that you can break it down between the larger and smaller connections. So the smaller one actually goes into the battery charger on my phone, and the larger one actually goes into the battery charger on my GoPro. And then I'm also carrying this headlamp. This is just an Ever Ready. It's a decent lamp. It has all the phases, has red and different adjustments for light. An extra battery for my GoPro. My micro SD card so I can use this into my iPhone so that I can take off my GoPro and upload it into my Dropbox account. A spare pair of earplugs and extra batteries for the headlamp. Then I also be carrying my 6S, and then this is the OtterBox case that has, it's called Polar Pro. So then it has a connection on the back so you can change things out. So in my case, I carry the extra battery on it. So between the 2 batteries, I can get well over a day charge on just the regular phone. So I should be able to go, I figure 6 to 7 days before I have to stop and charge anything, is with all the extra, with what I'm carrying. And then obviously we'll have to see how I do on download speeds and stuff, getting things pushed up to the cloud so I can put it out on the internet. Okay, so then next inside here, just my pot, and it's just the GSI Soloist, and then I'm carrying the burner from Amazon. It's kind of like the Pocket Rocket. This is my drug bag, so it carries all of the drugs that I need, along with, you know, essentials like there's some baby wipes and first aid stuff and a camp towel in there along with that. This is my spare clothes, and so what I'm carrying is I'm carrying a Russell performance top, and then a pair of Under Armour running shorts. That's kind of my, when I go to town and wash day or whatever. Let's see, an extra pair of Exficios. And then I have an extra top and bottom for my sleeping layer. And then I have a pair of smart wools for sleeping in at night. And then my hammock. I've had this hammock and used it for about 2.5 years, and so it's a camp is easy setup. So I have a rather large fly, and then the hammock itself, and then this is all my spare pegs, ridge lines, a little extra rope for doing my bear throws and stuff like that. On my hammock, I'll do a different video on that later when I set it up, but I changed out all my pieces on it so it has whoopee slings on the ends. My hammock has got, I'm sorry, my tarp is all set up with bungee cords on them so it doesn't flop too much in the wind. But I'll do a different video on that at some point. And then also in here, this is my underquilt. And also you'll notice I use all the Columbia Performance Fishing Gear dry bags. I really like these things. They hold up well. They're extremely waterproof and they're nice sized. Okay, so on my underquilt, I built my underquilt myself. And it's actually 2 of the Costco down throws. And then I took grommets and I went around on the ends and I grommeted at every seam. And then I have put my cord through with the extra locks on it. Now I did that on both ends on one of them, but on the other end I only did it on one.